What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we go ahead and get started, I gotta say thank God for another day and another opportunity. And as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, today I put together a very special build in store for y'all. Now, I'm gonna be calling this one the Lockdown Specialist, and it's going to come out to a Catfish ball hawk. Now, this is absolutely one of the best lockdown defender builds that you can possibly make. And when it comes to our attributes, we'll get a 99 plus when it comes to our driving layup, 3-point shot, ball handling, steal, and stamina with pro dribble animations. Now, we'll also be able to get a total of 47 badges. And as far as for this build, it's really an elite defender, a very highly skilled two-way player, and you can even consider this to be a Catfish playmaker. Now, as far as for the offense, that's what really makes this build special compared to what we can actually do for the defense and the build name. Now, on top of that, I really do believe that this is going to be the perfect lockdown defender. So look, before we get any further, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family, and last but definitely not least, comment down TG for Thank God King Jesus and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. So the first thing that you want to do to get started is put this build under the shooting guard position. As far as when it comes to the height, let's go with 6'6", 195 with the wingspan brought up to 7 feet exactly. Now, this is what we're going to be looking like moving forward, and I promise you, you're definitely going to want to be sure to follow along each and every step of the way. So the first area that I'm going to go after is going to be our physicals. I'm going to go with an 89 when it comes to our speed. As for the acceleration, let's go with a 77. 38 when it comes to our strength. As for that vertical, let's go ahead and put this up to a 70, with the stamina being a 99. Now remember, from the Gatorade facility workouts, we get a +4 put towards our physicals, so we're going to have a 93 speed, 81 acceleration, 42 when it comes to the strength, 74 vertical, and like I said, a 99 stamina. Now, this is really just the start with today's build, and the first area that I'm going to get into is going to be the finishing. So as for when it comes down to the close shot, put this all the way up to a 68. Getting into the driving layup, I think this is going to be best at an 88, and this is going to allow you to unlock most of the layup packages. Now, we're going to go ahead and leave the driving dunk at a 95. Let's go ahead and move into the shooting. So as for that mid-range shot, let's go with a 77. Getting into that three-pointer, I think that this is going to be best at an 87. And then for that three-point shot, pairing it up with the free throw, go ahead and put this to a 71. And that's going to allow you to be much more effective in the rec, pro-am, 5v5, any type of setting. Now, I'll be sure to get into the details once we get this build maxed out to 99 overall. But from here, let's move along the list and get started with the playmaking. So as for the pass accuracy, I did decide to go with a 56. Now, if you buy boost, that's a +4, which will give you a 60 pass accuracy before takeover. As for when it comes to the playmaking on the ball handle, let's go ahead and put this up to an 86. And then when it comes to the rest of the speed with the ball, I believe that this is going to be best all the way up to a 75. This is absolutely one of the best two-way players that you can possibly make and use. So let's get started on that interior. I think it's going to be best at a 56. As for when it comes to the perimeter, I decided to go with a 74. And then for that steal, I put this all the way up to a 99. And then for our block, let's go with a 76. Here's what the build is going to be looking like once we get it to 99 overall. Now, a few different stats that I'm looking at. Very special right here, we get the 99 steal, which will give us the Hall of Fame glove, interceptor, and right stick ripper. Now, going along the build, you have a lot of different areas to look at here as well. So for the interior, we're going to get workhorse on bronze. And then for the perimeter, I like ankle braces, challenger fast feet, pick dodger, workhorse with silver off-ball pass. Now getting into the block, I think bronze chase down artist is going to be more than enough, especially considering what we can actually do on the perimeter with this build. Very special all around. Now as for when it comes to the playmaking, I like silver blow by, speed booster, hyperdrive, and triple strike. We'll also be able to get other badges like silver handles for days, killer combos, silver unpluggable with gold ankle breaker. Just to give you a little bit of an idea of what today's build can actually do, getting into the free throw, you already saw that we get free points on the bronze tier. And then for that 3-pointer, this is where things get very special. So we still maintain silver agent 3, blinders, and deadeye with bronze limitless range. Now we're also going to be able to get gold catch and shoot, corner specialist, space crater, silver green machine with spot finder, and claymore. A lot of special badges. You even get guard up, open looks, whistle. And then for the midi, we even get more badges for this build as well. I do like deadeye. You'll also be able to get midi magician. Really all around for the offensive end, you're set in store for one of the best possible builds that you can make, not only because of the defensive stats, but we're going to be able to do a little bit of everything, and more so for the shooting on the 3-pointer. So to wrap everything up, when it comes to our close shot, as you can see, we get Hall of Fame Giant Slayer, Pro Touch, Silver Spot Finder, and then Masher. And then for this driving layup, as you can see, we're also able to get other badges like Acrobat, Bunny on the gold tier with Aerial Wizard. I think these badges are very special as well. We get Hall of Fame Float Game, Scooper. This build overall, I think it's definitely going to be a huge effect when it comes to any team. Not only are you going to make a headache on the defender, but this is one of the best all-around lockdown builds that you can make going into Season 4. Now, I really want to know your thoughts and opinions. Is there anything that you would possibly do to change or make this build a little bit better? Now, for those of you who stuck around, I just want to say thank y'all for the support. But let's go ahead and move forward to make sure that everybody made this build correctly. Now, we should be able to get these 3 different comparisons. And as y'all can see, together we have created none other than the Lockdown Specialist, also known as the Ballhawk in NBA 2K24 on Next Gen. Now look, activating your takeover will give you at least a +10. Buying your own boost is another +4 to 5. Wearing gear, and then on top of that, the better you play throughout each game, will also be able to maintain a minor boost from 2K. That's at least anywhere from a +10 to 15 for our attributes. So look, before we get out of here, if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the rich family, and last but definitely not least, comment down TG for Thank God King Jesus and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. And with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.